Hey everybody, welcome back. WordPress is a fun way to get your feet wet in web development by setting up a simple hosted website. However, getting WordPress hosting can still be something of a complicated task if you've never done it before. Setting up your hosting for free should be a simple way to get things done, but there is always a shark in that water. Paid WordPress hosting is much more robust and has a lot more features. Sites such as SiteGround, WP Engine, Flywheel, Bluehost, Hostinger, and DreamHost are some examples of this. I will leave links in the description for quick access to all of these sites if you decide to go that route. In this video, I'm going to break down some of the best options and walk you through getting started with a simple free hosting setup for your WordPress site. I won't be going into site-specific settings. This will get you set up with hosting only. The next free web hosting we're going to go over for WordPress is called Accu Web Hosting. Now, I've reviewed the site a bit, and getting to the free WordPress hosting portion of the site is a little bit tricky. You'll notice there is a WordPress option up here in the navigation menu, but when you go to WordPress hosting, it starts at $2.99 a month, and that is what shows as their lowest plan. There doesn't seem to be anything else on here regarding free WordPress hosting. So what I did was I just went to the homepage and I did a Control F and I searched for free WordPress, and down in the footer under resources, it's got free WordPress hosting. And when I go into this, then I can see all of the features, and these are some nice features for having all your WordPress hosted for free. So let's go into learn more, and you'll see here free WordPress, free for lifetime, available server locations in Canada. For small websites, that's fine. You don't need a CDN or anything like that to distribute your website to multiple locations. When you get into a heavier site, then you might want to consider spreading out your website to different locations. So let's go down here to apply now, and let's see, that seems to have just redirected me back to the top here. So apply now, learn more. Okay, I'm a bit lost here. This is just taking me in kind of a loop. Can't seem to figure that out. All right, so let's put the quash on this, and I'm going to say this is not a good example of free web hosting. It's a pretty terrible user experience. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, the next website we're going to go over for free WordPress hosting is x10hosting.com. And when you arrive here, you click on the create my free account. And the first thing you're going to do is create that domain. So I'm going to create the domain. And then I will enter my email address. And it says that we found that you have already have an account here. So, and that's true, I do, through an Apache site that I had here once. You're signed in, agree to the terms and conditions. That domain is invalid. Let me review these. What domain is invalid? That one? that domain is invalid. I don't understand. Okay. We are currently not accepting new accounts while we perform maintenance on our back-end systems. We expect to reopen by the end of March. Well, this is now August 22nd. So is that March of next year or March of this year? Well, let's try my silly domain. See if something like that works. It's not accepting any domain that I put in. So let's cross this one off our list. I don't think this is going to be a good idea. The next website, free hosting website we're going to go over is 000 Web Host. There are a couple of different ways that you can arrive at the free WordPress hosting. And the first way is to click Get Started on the landing page and go down to the free web hosting section and go to free sign up, free website sign up. The other way that you can get down there, or you can get to that particular area, is if you scroll all the way down to the footer and then go to free WordPress hosting, then you can arrive at the same free website sign up and get started from there. So first thing I'll do is I'm going to put in my email. I'll go ahead and create a password. And sign up. Whoops. Didn't like my email address. I have to put in my password again. Okay, once we're in, well, this is a longer process than I expected for this. You can see the taskbar or the scroll bar at the top. It's taking quite a bit of time to load up all the information. It looks like I have to verify my information in an email they sent me. I'll be right back. Okay, so now I've gone ahead and verified my email account. So let's see what we see here. We want to, let's see what's under other. Now that's probably not it. Oops, it logged me out. Not the best user experience. I already have an account, so let's go ahead and sign in. Let's do start a blog. So let's choose the first one. See, none of this on here is indicative of WordPress. Not the greatest user experience so far. But sometimes that happens on websites, especially when you're getting things for free. They tend to be a little bit more difficult to set up because you have to set it up on your own. All right, now we get to the page here. Because I chose blog, WordPress was traditionally a blogging software. So that's the best option for me. There's other ways to create blogs. You don't have to use WordPress, but for the purposes of this video, we are going to use WordPress. So let's install WordPress and an admin username. Let's create a randomized password. I don't know how that works. Not letting me hide the password either. So bear with me. I'm going to generate the password on another screen. I can't randomize it. I can't hide it. Go ahead and install it. I've used 000 web host before for traditional Apache websites, and I've never run into this level of slowness. So it's definitely not going to be my first choice if I choose to use free WordPress web hosting. I do like how WordPress.com, just a few clicks and I'm already set up. I can edit files and get that site up and running. I do know that 000 web host does have storage and bandwidth limits. So they're good for low traffic sites, but a high traffic site will quickly hit those limits. And 000 web host is aggressive about cutting off sites that exceed its limits. So now this looks like it's ready. So let's go ahead to the configuration page. And now it's asking me for that username and password, of which when I installed WordPress, I don't remember what it was. Okay, it looks like it might be the same as the username and password that I logged into. Oops, that wasn't the one. Okay, that's not it. Okay, so finally got that figured out. Again, not the greatest user experience. So let's see if we can jump into pages here real quick. Let's find, so we got privacy policy. So let's go ahead and add a new page. Okay. And publish it. And now we can go to visit the link or view the page. Okay, this is a basic layout for all WordPress sites. In order to avoid this sidebars, you do have to install some kind of a theme and then, or use this current theme and go ahead and remove sidebars and figure out your layout and so forth and add your menu. But it does look like I am able to get content onto the screen, so that helps. But again, this user experience was not the greatest, so it would not be my first choice. The first site we're going to get hosting set up on is WordPress.com. I'm not going to use the APIs to log in simply because not everybody has access to these. You may not have a Gmail or you may not have an Apple account, but everybody does generally have an email. So that's how we're going to go ahead and get set up. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in my email here. And then I'm going to create a password. And then I'm going to choose my password. And then I'm going to create my account. I'm going to save my information here. And now I'm going to choose a domain. So I'm just going to enter in a simple domain, Rehab Media, and looks like free for the first year. Oh, okay. Here's the free ones down here. So I can go to rehabmedia.wordpress.com and select this. The other ones are paid. I want to start with a free site. Okay, it's building my site. And now I'm in. Okay, so I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to be getting into any site specific settings, but I will put up a basic homepage just so you can see how everything looks. So let's go to the homepage, and if you notice there, I went to pages and then home, and that brings me to the homepage where I can come in here and edit it. So once I'm in here, then I can say, welcome to Rehab Media. Okay. And now I can update this page. And then once I've updated it, I can go to the live site and just go to rehabmedia.wordpress.com. And there it is. Okay. Now my site is live. And the only drawback is that you will have to be sitting on a third-party domain. However, you can convert this to your own paid domain if you have a paid domain. And there are steps at the beginning of this process when you first logged in to go ahead and tie your WordPress.com account to your paid domain, and you can get it set up that way. All right, the next site we're going to go over for free web hosting is a site out of Germany called AWARDSPACE. And here I'm going to plug in my name and my email address. And I'll create a password. And we'll go ahead and register now. Okay, log into your account. It looks like I'm going to get an email to confirm. Okay, please activate your account. So I'm going to jump over to another browser and handle that. All right, so I've gone ahead and enabled that. So I should be able to just refresh this page. And it should take me to some kind of a landing page where I can get started. Oops. Okay, so it's possible that I enabled it on another page and carry over. So while we wait for this page, this particular hosting plan, the free WordPress, it's good for plans that have up to about 5,000 visits per month. So low-level sites, as well as an easy upgrade path as your site grows. There are premium hosting plans that start at about 19 cents per month. You can host up to 4 different websites, but only one of them can be a top level domain. Okay, meaning, for instance, rehabmedia.com. But all the other 3 domains must be subdomains. So something like blog.rehabmedia.com, account.rehabmedia.com. They cannot be additional top level domains. So let's see how easy this is to go ahead and set up a free WordPress installation. This looks like some kind of a cPanel here. So let's find our, we're looking for some kind of an installation tool or something to install apps. So let's look, install a website builder or another website tool. That's probably going to be at the Zachy tools or Zachy app installer. Browse and install apps. So, okay, section information. This is not very clear as far as create a free subdomain. So just leave it at Rehab Media, and then it's going to be at web pages, and it looks like you can choose whichever top level domain you want. So I'll choose mywebcommunity.org, and I'll go ahead and create that. And now I can grab this, I can copy that, and right now there's probably not going to be anything there, but let's see what it looks like. Okay, so it's got information. This is like some kind of a standard boilerplate that is for all sites that don't have, well, that's a neat animation. It's a mouse event. Standard page, landing page for all sites that don't have content yet. So now I can choose my application. So I'll choose WordPress, proceed to step 2. And then, so choose a title for your website. And it's giving me two of the exact same steps. I don't know what the difference is between the two. So Rehab Media, Public Relations, admin username, admin. And make sure I get that password in right. Okay, so I've got my email address in there, install application. So now it's installing. Some of the fields are empty. So do I have to install it down there too? They both say step 2 of 2. Interesting. Well, let's copy the information. And let's install. Okay, maybe it's some kind of a confirmation. Maybe they have to match between the step 2 of 2, step 1, and step 2 of 2, step 2. So it's working out all of the inner details. To continue on some of these features here, we've got the one-click WordPress installer, which you just saw me demonstrate, web-based file manager, MySQL database support, email hosting, a gig of storage, 5 gigs of bandwidth. There are no ads. All right, so now I can go to open this in a new tab here. Let's go to WP admin. Let's see if I've got WordPress, then I should get a login screen. There we go. All right, so admin, and okay, it's logging me in. So I'm in. That was a fairly easy process. So let's look at, I should have a basic theme in there right now, just a basic 2021 pilot, or sorry, 2021 out of the box theme. So here you can customize it, theme details, but let's jump down into pages and let's jump into add new. Publish that. And let's go ahead and tie our page here. Homepage settings, a static page. We'll choose that page, and we'll publish it. And then we should just be able to go to here. And that should be published now. Let me do a hard refresh. There we go. So I've got the page. I've got the quote in there. This is all theme based here. This is from the 2021 WordPress theme. Overall, I'd say this experience with AWARDSPACE was pretty good. I would definitely recommend them.